up? Good morning, Americans and non-Americans. Welcome to the penitentiary. There you go, Daniel. First one on. I guess you were the first one off.
Florida, in the aftermath of Hurricane Milton, the storm left a path of destruction from the Gulf Coast to the Atlantic. Milton is blamed for at least 8 deaths, many from tornadoes that touched down in the Fort Pierce area along the Atlantic coast ahead of the hurricane's landfall Wednesday night in Siesta Key near Sarasota along the Gulf Coast. Milton came ashore as a Category 3 storm. Authorities say they carried out at least 300 water rescues. Statewide, power is still out to more than 2 million homes and businesses. Despite the damage and outages, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says his state was spared a worst-case scenario. NPR's Jacqueline Diaz is in Sarasota.
Many people here are expressing gratitude for having avoided the worst of Milton. Marilyn Keemer walks along the marina in Sarasota.
I don't know. I think we're a little fortunate this time than we were the last time.
Just 2 weeks ago, Hurricane Helene caused flooding and major damage in Sarasota. Milton's strong winds and rain brought down trees and tore off siding, and streetlights remain out in many parts of the city. But the storm surge was less than expected. Jacqueline Diaz, NPR News, Sarasota.
The Walt Disney Company says its theme parks near Orlando will reopen today. Former President Barack Obama was campaigning for Vice President Harris in Pennsylvania yesterday. That's where he urged black men to support Harris amid polling that shows Donald Trump has made inroads with black male voters. Obama was in Pittsburgh while Harris was campaigning in Arizona. Former President Donald Trump will be in Colorado.
Hey, what's up, Wally? How you doing, brother? Yep, that's it. There we are. Like, subscribe, and share. We're on. Getting ready to go.
Trump is speaking at a resort on the outskirts of the city of Aurora. Some have falsely claimed the city has been taken over by gangs, and Trump's campaign has called it a war zone. At a rally in New York, Trump first said
You're going to go with the Saints? There you go, brother. That's a good pick.
Local officials, including the mayor, a Republican, say Aurora is safe when Trump is conflating isolated incidents of gang activity. For local Trump supporters, this could be their only chance to see him in Colorado ahead of Election Day. For NPR News, I'm
What the world?
Authorities in Colorado say nearly 24 people were
at AmazonBusiness.com.
All right, guys, start coming on. I guess some of those other people still not. Martin will be on in a minute, I know. All right, getting ready to go on.
Services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost. On our website at www.cal.
What's UNC doing? Not too well. Austin.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newnan. Same
I don't even think I got them down on the list of games of the week.
Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to their former location.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome Austin in to the RyanORadio Penitentiary. We do something different every day. It's the first time you're tuning in. News, true crime, weird history, sports, movies, Lot Lizard Friday, Lot Lizard Chronicles on Friday, great guest, and more. So we got all that going on at one time if it's your first time. We'll be gentle.
You're walking, shopping, or on your favorite trail. You get that feeling somebody's coming up on you. What do you do to be prepared in today's world? Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. As a certified tactical self-defense instructor, I'm specializing in women's self-defense. All women of all ages have the ability to learn how to defend themselves effectively. With technical drills to build their survival skills, you can be your own hero. classes and private seminars.
Let's get ready. Turn it up. We're going on. There you go. Keep going. Turn it up.
WarriorDefenders.com.
It's the last carnival of 2024, Lynette Fall Festival, presented by Jordan Communications in the Old Mill Park.
What's up, Brew House? How you doing this morning?
17 readmission.
All right. I appreciate you joining us, brother. As always, the Patriot. Good morning, brother, man. Love the hat and everything this morning. Pamela from Pennsylvania.
I'm offering my services as a counselor. Contact me if you need my services at my website.
Ooh, there you go. Frankie, of course, welcome in, my brother. From
You can reach me at my number 470-215.
our armed forces.
If you're in need of counseling,
We're just going to say Armed Forces Network. There you go.
in-person and online services are available.
Are you looking for a
Be nice to get on there.
that not only cares about your teeth, but is
Yes,
willing to
Brewhouse, I know that guy. Yep, you encouraged him to come over. I saw that.
Well, your searches of
And he was nice enough to do so. Subscribe and drop a like before you go. That's for sure. Please do that. It's growing up to where it needs to be. Let's get rid of this so I can go ahead and come on. We got HT Reese coming up this morning. We got the Lot Lizard Chronicles for you truck drivers out there. He'll be back. He'll be here. He's here. He's coming in. He's got to flip over. The elder statesman will be here. Yep. Pete's better half will be in this morning.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
Well, I tell you what, it's that time again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listen up. Listen up. There you go. It's that time to wake up on a TGIF Friday edition of your favorite radio show. You are all in lockdown this morning. Lockdown. And we're going to kick it off right now with Triple H telling everybody, tell them what I'm thinking. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary, and I'm your host, Ryan O'Neal, and of course, I am the game. That's right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and if I'll see you again, a very, very good night. Welcome into RyanORadio Penitentiary. You're in lockdown, inmates. We appreciate you being with us. Coming up, 78,000 plus of you worldwide on that Shoutcast Shout It Out Loud. Across that RyanORadio media page, 23 different streaming platforms, including iHeartRadio and Amazon Prime. Across the British Columbia Isles of Canada. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we're also across Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, the Navajo Nation, 25 real and internet radio stations on the Navajo Nation listening to us, and across the Jordan Communication of family radio stations listed in the feed there. We'll tell you those in just a moment. But first, to my haters, I got this to say to them. Tell them, Triple H. Oh, I am the man around here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. 10 minutes past the hour, 48 degrees, your time and temperature. Brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Mike on the crew can exterminate and lay the smack down for you. Welcome into 99.1 FM on your radio dial, WQEE, home of inspirational talk, real news, and Southern sports. We're also on WZEV Gold 90.5 FM in Lineville, Alabama, the gold standard, classic hits there. Also WZZV Victory 100.3 FM, the best and R&B and black gospel on there, and as well at WVEQ. Today's hits, yesterday's favorites. That's Sunny 98.7 We had LaGrange's victory and Lynette, Alabama's very own Sunny 98.7. We got it all going on, and we're everywhere you need to be. We got to welcome in our crew, our inmates this morning that we kick off the show with. We always do listener takeover at the beginning. What would Diddy do? We don't want him doing that in here, Jim H. He'd do a freak off. Good morning, Jim H. How you doing, brother? Pete Davis is with us this morning. Got to say hello to Pete Davis. He says good morning to everyone, including the Navajo Nation and us. And H.D. Reese will join us in the final period this morning. Frankie, saluting our soldier there. Thank you very much, brother. Bali, our friend from India. Kansas City Chiefs new number one fan after that other guy got in trouble. Daniel from Missouri is with us this morning. Guys, welcome for the first time. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let's give him a big round of applause. He is joining us this morning. A good friend of the Patriots is Brewhouse Reviews. Woohoo! And I bet he reviews brew houses sometimes in the proper way. Like, this stuff sucks, man. There you go. I'm picking, brother. Toby from Texas is with us in the small little house in Texas. The Patriot. There you go. Pamela's on from Pennsylvania. Tell us how cold it is in your neck of the woods in Pennsylvania. And I say, Toby, Frankie, Pamela, Brewhouse. Welcome these guys, ladies and gentlemen, in. Austin, good morning to you joining us. Austin Andrews, double A. That's what we're going to call him. Double A. What's up, Austin Anderson? I'm sorry, not Andrews. Austin Anderson, double A. Give him that right hook there, like double A Arn Anderson. Double A, Austin Anderson with us this morning. There you go. And double M is in the house. Our elder statesman, let's give him a little bow down. There you go. It is Martin, all the way from Washington State. Respect those that come before you. And if not, Martin's going to make you respect him. I pick it. Double A All-American. Hey, there you go. Cooler than a witch's deep. That's what old Jim H is saying. There you go. Yeah, some of those are around this time of year, you know. Some of those are around this time of year. What's Agent? Good morning, Agent 206. Shh. The government's in. They're watching us this morning. He said he works for the government, so he's watching us. We're not doing anything in here, Agent 206. We are just doing standard radio and nothing else. Shh, don't tell him. Oh, my goodness. I appreciate everybody being with us. Like, subscribe, and share on the YouTube page, if you please. Thank you very much, my friends. Thank you very much. Toby, my buddy, was stationed up there in Alaska. I will ask him about it. Oh, he's talking about that. I appreciate you guys being with us. Guys, we got a lot to talk about. It's Football Friday. Of course, we're going to do some football action for you, get you ready. We got the poll question up. I'll ask that in a moment. We'll get you ready for some college football, the ones that are coming up this weekend at NCAA. Those are a little bit things later. Also, in the final period, I'm going to have a little SEC and our good friend, H.D. Reese from Empowered Strikes Back Radio and Podcast, and author of Life After Silence, who was last night, she was an author's panel telling everybody how to do it. H.D. Reese will join us in the final period. And she's also, this month is a special month for Warrior Defenders. We'll talk about that. Toby says, go Lions, he says. Hey, King, what's up? How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing great too. My neighbor from just a few miles in that direction. Everybody's like, I can't see that on the radio. Well, you should be on the feeds. Sweet Leaf's like, Ryan, you're pointing in which direction? In that direction. He's like, There you go. Sweet Leaf, good morning to you. Tim, Bob, Sue, Rodney K on the Navajo Nation, as well as up in Canada, we're going to say Daniel, Michael, Tom, Alice, and Helen. Thank you for joining us, Helen. That is Brenda Gaskey's mama. Thank her for joining us. Vicky, thank you for joining us in Canada as well. Agent 206, I'm from Georgia. I know you are. Also, down in wait a minute, well, not down. Yeah, down in Australia. Robert in Australia. Good morning to you. Sorry, Robert. I don't want to forget about you. You actually called in from Australia on the show. Thank you very much. He spent money to call in, guys. I guess he had international calling. We appreciate you, Robert. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Kiko in Japan, konnichiwa, tuning in. It's nighttime, about a little bit after 9 there, and afternoon in South Wales for Diana and the boys in South Wales. And we have to say hello to Sarah Bear as well. Good morning to all those fantastic folks. Golly, missed you last night. Yeah, I tried to get by there, but something came up. I'm going to definitely try to get by sometime when she's there again. It's just being here there's so much going on. And then there's personal life. It's like I have this other stuff that goes on. I'm like, why do I have to do all that too? I'm just kidding. The viewers that are listening on the radio are most likely driving. Don't tell him to come to the video there. That's not safe. Oh yeah. No. I'm talking to the ones on the other feeds, but yeah, the ones that are driving. Frankie, no, you guys keep your hands on the wheel. We don't want you to drive off the road there. No, we don't start. No, we don't want you to drive off the road there. I'm not Jim H. I'm just kidding, Jay. Ryan, you're famous. You don't have a personal life. Yeah, I know. I'm not supposed to be able to go and eat spaghetti or something. He ate spaghetti like me. Is that what you're going to say, Pete? Ryan's just like all of us. He eats spaghetti too. 17 minutes past the hour. Again, 48 degrees time and temperature, brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Mike on the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. Especially you're drunk like me. No. You know, I'm straight edge independent skeptic. I don't drink. I don't do anything. But if you're drinking, that's fine. You're drinking for both of us, Molly. Vodka, that is. And Martin's got his Jameson first thing this morning. He's like, move over, youngsters. Let me show you how to do this with the real deal. See, it looks like coffee cup, but it's Jameson. I can't even smoke or drink. There you go, Agent 206. That's always good. Hey, it reminds me of that crappy that poster by Frank Zappa poster, right? He poops just like us. Yes, I do. You got Dr. Pepper. There you go, Toby. Jim H says he just got a little meth for him this morning. Well, don't get caught, buddy. The police are sitting out here going, who's that guy, Ryan? Who'd you say about meth, Ryan? Where's he at? Who do we need to call? Coffee for me right now. Yeah, Brew House Reviews has got him a little coffee because he just got off of work, and he's going to be with us for the first few minutes. All right, we're going to have a lot of news, a lot of different things to talk about this morning, plus Lot Lizard Chronicles, guys. Yes, I got some more sent to me, and it's going to be funny. You're going to trip out on these Lot Lizard Chronicles. Some of these truck drivers actually associate themselves with these lot lizards. I guess it's when they see those long tongues or something. I don't know. And those lot lizards do change spots. So, or they have spots. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you about that later on this morning. It's Friday. We got to have fun. All right. Which is the NFL game of the week? The Lions, the Cowboys, 40% of the votes. This one, I agreed with Richard, should have been the Sunday night game of the week, but it's in the mid-afternoons. I don't understand. Commanders and Ravens, 30% of the votes. The Buccaneers and the Saints at 20% of the votes. And the Colts and the Titans taking up 10% of the votes. Toby Price says, I want a lot lizard laugh out loud. You're drinking moonshine, aka water. You're drinking the moonshine. You're drinking the moonshine without the shine in it. How does that work, Pete? Good morning, Jimmy. Happy Friday to you, brother. Good question Jim has. Jim says, do lot lizards have unions? Teamsters. They might have a union in a Teamster. Their union leader is a guy named Diddy. He's like, hey, yo, get out there and freak off with all these truck drivers. More details on him. Commanders and Ravens should be a very entertaining game. Yes, I'm expecting that one too, Daniel, to be the game of the week, in my opinion, because both teams are on a roll right now. Richard picked the Ravens. I picked the Commanders. It's going to be a good game. I think the Chiefs are off this week, but I know the Falcons are just should beat the Panthers. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we should beat the Panthers. We've been on a pretty good roll this season with the Atlanta Falcons. Kirk Cousins has been, whether people like it or not, has been a very good addition to our team along with Coach Morris. And maybe you just have to have that right coach that knows how to talk to that right quarterback, unlike an Aaron Rodgers situation. Oh, yeah. Oh, also I got to tell you about a local Noonan guy that is going to be on ESPN, former Carolina Panthers quarterback. We'll get into that later on. Oh, Ryan, so cool. So quick. Say quick question. A quick question: can a new microwave be in a surge protector arc to the wall? Can a new microwave be? Yeah, put it in a surge protector. That'll be fine. Yep, you should be able to do that. That way you can heat up them burritos once you know you're sitting there a little happy, like Sweetleaf is this morning. Sweetleaf's like, dude, burritos sound good. I knew you would say that. Let's talk about this Aaron Rodgers situation real quick. I guess he went on Pat McAfee saying, "Oh man, I wasn't the cause behind the head coach being escorted out of the building. They escorted the dude out of the building with security. You're no longer the coach. Get the hell out of here. You're not worth anything. You're 2-3 or 2-4 or something on the season. It's not Aaron Rodgers' fault." No. Aaron's like, no, man, I'm sitting over here in this dark room, dude. I'm seeing all these lizard people and stuff. Get rid of the coach, man. Bring in another one. Aaron Rodgers said, no, I had nothing to do with it, man. Now, some of my sports analysts like Brian Snow, who was on the Rod Peterson show yesterday, which weekdays from 12 to 2 on the network, said this. It was his fault. Aaron Rodgers, A-Rod did do it. A-Rod did do it. Andre, good morning. All right, I got to get back, you guys. I got too many things going on. As a Vikings fan, Jim H says, don't worry. Kirko Chains will disappoint eventually. Thank you for the encouragement, Jim H. I appreciate that, bro. Audrey, how you doing this morning, young lady up there in New York? We appreciate you being with us. Brewhouse says, as a Lions fan for all my life, I just totally dislike AA Ron Rodgers. There you go. Well, he sat there and he did what he did, or he said he didn't do it. So I don't know if he's doing it or he's not doing it. But some of my sports analysts out there feel Aaron Rodgers was the guy that caused their head coach to leave. Now we don't even know who their head coach is. Who's going to come in? It's going to be somebody Aaron Rodgers picked. Now, is Aaron Rodgers the LeBron James of the NFL is my question. There you go. Good morning, Audrey. To your sister. Curtis says, good morning, Ryan. Hello, my friend from Atlanta, Georgia, from Louisiana. Daniel says, it sure looked like Aaron intentionally played terrible when the last time he threw that many picks. When's the last time he threw that many picks? When was the last time he threw that many picks, says Daniel. It looked like he did play terrible. He did make him look bad. I agree with that. I totally do. Yeah. Cowboys Chiefs Super Bowl. That could happen. You never know. I know the Chiefs are going for sure. What Chiefs and Vikings? I mean, that's the only two teams that's undefeated right now. If we stop the games right now, they would be the only ones that should go. But I think my Falcons got a chance this year. Maybe got a chance. But the Chiefs can run us over. Well, they barely beat us last time. Yeah, but, hey, I still say the Chiefs. There you go. I like your encouragement, Toby. Martin says, don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Sweetly's like, dude, you guys smoking over there in the feed? Bob's like, uh-oh, Ryan, they're going to get in trouble. It's legal where we're at. It's legal where some of them are at, too. The Saints are going to win this weekend, Ryan. You think the Saints are going to beat whoever they're taking on? The Bucks? They probably will. Oh, Lord. But Aaron Rodgers, there you go. Dude said he wasn't going to do it. Cowboys will beat themselves in any playoff game they play in. I'm not gonna disagree on that one, Brewhouse, but we got a lot of Cowboys fans here and be like, what? Now yeah, the Saints probably will beat them this weekend. All right, guys. Also, Cam Newton, who played for Auburn, War Eagle. I'm a big War Eagle guy. Played for Auburn many moons ago, played for Carolina Panthers. His parents have a church here planted in my backyard. And really, I can walk up the street. I can ride up the street less than 2 miles to their church facilities and where Cam Newton is. Cam Newton has been hired by First Take on ESPN as a full-time sports analyst. So I know some of you like him, some of you don't, but hey, he's a local guy. I'm going to like him. If I can get him on the show one day, if he can get into town here. Now he's on ESPN's First Take. I'm proud of him. I really am. He gives back to the community, guys. I'll tell you this. He gives back to the community here. He has a program during the summer where all kids can come and spend 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. from ages 4 and 5 up to 12. And they don't have to pay anything. He pays for all the food and pays for everything. So Cam does a fantastic job at giving back. And we appreciate him in our neighborhood, in our neck of the woods. Martin said, yeah, Patriot, but not legal. What? Remember, I said Falcons, I can hold their ball. I said they can't. Remember, I said the Falcons, they can't hold their balls. Maybe later in the year they won't be able to. Brewhouse and Toby are talking about their favorite teams. All right, we're going to get ready to take a break. Come back. I'm going to talk about Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall. I'll tell you, he does a fantastic job at investigating in long lost, unsolved homicides and all this throughout the state. Reopen those cases to help people out from all the way back to the 40s and 50s. He's a Republican representative. He goes back and he has had, let's just say, people that were not on the up and up, sheriffs and mayors and stuff, leave their positions. And, as a state attorney general, charge them. So we'll tell you what he's doing. You guys are going to love this, especially you, the Patriot. You're going to definitely love this. So there you go. Love these topics. There you go. Plus, we'll talk about, ladies and gentlemen, a crash in California highway caused hours of a traffic yam. Traffic yam. Yeah, there's a play on words there, guys. I'm going to tell you that. Plus, we got Lot Lizard Chronicles coming up for you. It's Friday. We got to have fun. And I will throw a couple of news stories in that I tell you that you can read for yourself. Here's a couple of news stories you can read for yourself if they come up before I take a break. On the WVEQ Facebook page, to plead guilty in a $12 million in taking $12 million from the U.S. Air Force on a contract. Also, 12 confirmed dead, millions without power as Florida still is reeling from Hurricane Milton. TD Bank pleads guilty to money laundering, gets a record $3 billion penalty. Woo! 2 dead, a dozen attended to a following chemical leak. Not in Georgia, this time in Texas at a Texas plant. Shelter in place there. We'll talk about that probably later on. That's it. That's some of your headlines, including the second gentleman made his way into Noonan yesterday. We didn't know about that, but he's going to be in Atlanta this weekend. Also, Henry County government has said that there's going to be issues with ballots, and there says 4 precincts are having issues right now in Locust Grove, and please don't go there until they get it up and going because they want to have it fair. I know how Locust Grove is. Locust Grove's Public Library at 115 MLK Junior Boulevard. Also, Locust Grove Event Center at 280 Moore Brown Drive in Locust Grove. Locust Grove United Methodist Church, 211 Peaksville Road. And, of course, the Henry County Government Center as well. So there you go. All right, guys. We'll keep you abreast of what's going on with all that. That's news you can use after the break. We're going to talk about Attorney General Steve Marshall. And I'll get into this chemical. This is the second one in a couple of weeks. Issues are affecting 4 precincts. And they want to get everything out so that everybody so everything can be on the up and up. So they're stopping stuff right now until they can get it properly maintained. Georgia's not going to go through what we went through last time, guys. Don't want to go through what we went through last time. So a lot of the governments are double checking and triple checking things right now. Molly, thank you for asking. Back in a moment. And that is so true. They are double checking, triple checking everything. Yep.
Weather forecast for East Alabama, West Georgia, brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those lotus fruits.
You'll be back in a little bit for Pete's wife. You don't want to miss that. Oh, I see how you're going to be, Daniel. You don't like me? I'm just kidding. That hurt my feelings. I'm going to start crying. Okay, I'm over it. Frankie, what did I miss yesterday? True crime. Ooh, we got into a bunch of the top 15 Hollywood deaths. We had Creepy Confidential call in and give a story about the lady at the lake. Is that wacko still harassing you on the phone lines? No, actually, he called and we worked everything out. I don't know how many people could do that, but we did. And some true crime stuff. That's the biggest thing. No, he actually yeah, he was. When he finally understood that I was not mad about being messed with, I just didn't want to have certain words on the radio that could cause this radio station to lose its license, because you can't drop F-bombs and S-bombs and stuff like that on the radio. And that's what I was worried about. I didn't really care if he was making fun of me, because some of my brothers come on here and make fun of me, like Winston. You didn't miss. You can go back and watch it, though. Danny said, I'm pulling up on base. Can I have a phone? I can't have a phone. I understand, brother. I'm just picking with you, Daniel. Brewhouse, thank you, brother. We appreciate it. Get some rest, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in on the mornings. You will be able to. I understand. I appreciate you, brother.
It's a great value that locals love.
Are you looking for a dog trainer with positive reinforcement?
That's right, the Patriot.
For a friend, or to have customized training in your own home, or wonderful group classes? Check out Pits and Pals on their Facebook page.
We appreciate you guys.
Extensive certification.
Or something I wanted to talk about.
An AKC certified evaluator and Victoria Stillwell certified training team. Check out Pits and Pals Facebook
Here she is.
for more information. Rosemary wants to remind you to adopt.
Oh, wow.
Save a life at Coweta County.
Well, that is a cool place to. That's cool to be working there. Fort Leonard View Hospital. Okay.
Well, your search is over. Most Valuable Smiles in downtown Eatonton, Georgia is committed to giving you the biggest and brightest smile. Right now, get a $99 new patient special included.
Going to be updating that commercial pretty soon.
Looking for veneers. Most Valuable Smiles veneer special
Like, subscribe, and share. Well, I appreciate what you do, Daniel. I know. I was just picking with you. And GRBR. Good night, B. Oh, good night, BR. Okay. That's right. GNBR. Good night, BR. Good night, Brew. House.
Or visit mostvaluablesmiles.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lewis Wing, and I'm a counselor.
Missouri. He's in Missouri. Yep.
I'm offering my services as a counselor. Contact me if you need my services at my website, www.flourishtolive.org, or you can reach me at my number 470-215-0167.
Sweet. He's too sweet. Now he's pulling up, guys. We appreciate all he does. Everybody. Well, you're just another soldier type. Georgia's a green state. What kind of green state? This kind of green state? Pete, is that what you're saying? Not anymore. Daniel Paxton is hosting this. Oh, really? Daniel Paxton? Pakistan? Daniel Pakistan? Pakistan. Daniel Pakistan is hosting. Oh. Here we go. Yes, indeed. You're not just a dumb worker, brother. Iron worker. We appreciate your work as an iron worker, brother. That's a hard job. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary on TGIF. Daniel is working hard for us, our iron worker man, and the Kansas City Chiefs' biggest fan. Daniel Pakistan is hosting an SEO summit where 3 days ago, a Chinese counterpart landed, according to Bali. Thank you, Bali, for giving us that news there. It's a short Chinese slavery organization. Thank you for letting me know. And you're telling them, just don't risk your life. Oh, you said you're talking to Daniel about Pakistan hosting. I thought you said a guy named Daniel Pakistan. Sorry. Pakistan is hosting the SEO summit. So there you go. There we go. He is dumb thinking Tyson's can win. Oh, don't get into all that with him about Tyson. Tyson going, I'm going to bite your ear off. Let me tell you what. Don't be messing with me there, Toby. I'm going to come over there. I'm going to bite your ear off. You keep talking about me. Yeah, I heard you talking about me. Mike Tyson, I'm Iron Mike Tyson. I bite everybody's ear off. Don't let me come. I'll take care of Jake Paul. And then I'll eat his brother up too. Little Logan Paul. Don't make me. Calm down, Mike. Calm down. Calm down, Mike. Calm down. Go over there and say, okay. Now he's sitting down. Okay. You got him riled up, Toby. He's ready to get you. He's got you. You got him riled up. He's ready to get you. Whew. Oh. Sound like a chipmunk. That's how old Iron Mike Tyson sounds. Like a chipmunk and Mickey Mouse put together. I never dropped it. Nothing ever dropped between the legs, but that's okay. It's all good. Calm down, Mike. Calm down. Mike's getting all offended by you talking about him. Guys, he didn't mean it, Mike. Toby didn't mean it. And Daniel likes you. Okay. He's happy with you, Daniel. Whew. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes he pops in here every once in a while. Sometimes he just pops in here every once in a while. A lot of them do. I mean, Forrest popped in here yesterday. Forrest Gump did from Alabama's not too far. Greenbow, Alabama's not too far from here. So I do know I'm the Patriot. Oh, he was today, Mike Martin. Toby got him all mad. Talking about he couldn't beat Jake Paul. Whew. I just don't know. Don't want to mess with Mike, Iron Mike. He's knocked everybody out in the WWE too and AEW. Don't let me. Calm down. That's all right. It's all right. Not even 25%. Oh, he's challenging you, Mike. Okay, sit down, Mike. Sit down. Yes, Toby. Just add it to everything you said. Iron Mike's gonna come get you. Hold on. Okay, Mike, stop. Okay. Sorry, guys. Iron Mike Tyson's in the studios this morning. I had to calm him down. He wants to go after one of the listeners for calling him out, saying he can't take Jake Paul out. Oh, man. After Jelly's a real lion. Yeah, he was. All right, let's see if we can get everything back to normal here on the show. Oh, my Lord. It is a Friday. TGIF. So, thank goodness it's Friday. Oh, wow. Israel strikes a neighborhood in central Gaza. 22 have been killed. They continue to move forward. There was also in Israel, Prime Minister Netanyahu spoke with the White House and gave them a 30-minute review of what he is planning on doing in response to Iran's ballistic missile attacks. Those are some of your headline news there you can check out on the WQEQ page. All right. Everybody's having a good time this morning. Go Israel. And speaking of that, you're going to love this, Patriot. Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall, who I like the guy because he reopens old cases, some of the cases we talk about with Elizabeth Sarles. He reopens some of these cold cases that go back to the 40s. He also makes people step down and charges people like former sheriffs and mayors. Former mayor of Lynette was charged with some theft and everything. He steps on it. He doesn't care who it is. He's doing his job. He took some of his campaign money, which people over there are fine with. Somebody goes like, hey, he did this and he did that. Hey, the people that voted him in are fine with this because let me tell you what he did. He dipped into a little bit of the campaign cash to put up a billboard on I-65 in Birmingham, Alabama that says, stand with Israel. And it's got their flag as well floating. The billboard is up after the 1-year anniversary of the October 7th attacks by Hamas, which was a few days ago. Israel flag is waving in the wind on this. You love this one, Patriot. You go through Birmingham, Alabama, guys, you drive through it. Attorney General Steve Marshall put that up. Stand with Israel. Just want to let that be said. Steve's a pretty cool cat. I know that some of his people listen to me online there out of the great city capital of Alabama, Montgomery, and we appreciate all those people over there too. So, Steve, way to go, buddy. That's beautiful, says the Patriot. I knew you'd like it, brother. When I got that story, I said, hey, I know one person's really going to like it. Well, also in world news, a Thursday Israel strike on a Gaza school where displaced Palestinians were sheltered, left about 28 people dead and injured at least 54 more people. The Palestinian Health Ministry called it a new massacre. IDF claimed that the strike was a precise attack to hit Hamas fighters or terrorists at the school. Schools have been shelters along with schools, hospitals, and other locations that the Hamas fighters have been hiding in and utilizing that to protect themselves from Israel by using innocent people as shields. And this is coming out of a newspaper in Israel, ladies and gentlemen. This is news out of their paper. I go over there and read their stuff too. At least 4 dead, 3 million without power in Milton. We told you after Hurricane Milton. Hurricane Milton stayed a Category 1 as it went off into the East Coast over the weekend. And at least 9 killed and 34 injured as Russia unleashed 70 drones and missile attacks against Ukraine. So those are some of the headlines this morning. If it makes you feel better, Polly, we're going to back Iran after the presidential election. No, we can't back them. I hope not. Frankie? What, you know something I don't know? You know something we don't know, Frankie? Drop it in the feed and let me know. What, that many killed? Yes, sir, that many were killed. We're going back to fight against them? Not on their side, right? Okay. I know that Iran and Israel have been fighting forever. So Pedro says he feels like not if Trump gets in. So there you go. There you go, guys. There you go. There's all kind of things going on there. We're definitely going to pray for all these people. The innocent people that are being used as shields and stuff in these hospitals, these children's hospitals, these schools and everything, these colleges, is terrible because they're going in there and using these as military bases and everything the Hamas fighters are. So, wow. Let's see, about almost 10 minutes away from the top of the hour. We're holding it. Can you believe it? Wow. Can you believe it? At 48 degrees, 48 and 48. That connects. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 7th Street in Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, agree with things at all. Michael the Crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. Please like, subscribe, and share and get this out to people. Let me tell you what. 2 people are dead and more than 24 others received medical treatment following a chemical leak at a facility in Houston, Texas suburb. I wonder where our brother Martin DeLoach is at. I know he knows about this suburb of Deer Park. He said something about this the other day, that there might be a possibility of it, and it happened. It was a Mexican-owned company, petroleum company, and it said in a statement, Pemex, I think that's what you call it, Pemex, said in a statement that the gas leak was reported at one of its Deer Park units located at 5900 Highway 225, 4:40 p.m. yesterday. The city of Deer Park told everybody to get indoors. They announced the death toll in a statement late Thursday, adding that 35 employees were triggered at the scene. Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez had earlier said 1 person was dead and 5 were injured, including 1 person who was airlifted by a life flight helicopter. Originally described as an unknown chemical release, the sheriff identified the agent later on as a flammable, highly toxic gas. Good Lord. Shelter in place began at 7:30 p.m. last night and lifted at 9:30. Texas State Highway 225 was closed in both directions. So if you were going through there, where's Martin DeLoach on this? I know he knows more about this and everything. Toby says, everyone please like this feed, and Sub Ryan deserves an awesome job and show. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I live 30 minutes from Deer Park. Oh, wow. So I know you heard about this. This is the second in a couple of weeks of this. And I know my investigative reporters out there, I know sometimes what they call some of you guys. I'm not talking about the ones that think lizard people are real. I'm talking about those are conspiracy theorists. I'm talking about you guys like Martin DeLoach and Double M right there. I wonder what you guys are thinking right now about back-to-back. One happened in Connors, Georgia. Now this happened in Deer Park, Texas. And it's both. Lizard people. You know, I got to make fun of the Patriot. But anyway, but reality is, what do we think about these chemical leaks? You had a biolab over in Connors. You got this PMAX over in Texas. What do you guys think about that? Oh, yes, Toby says. You guys let me know in the feed what you think about these. And I can't wait to hear from Martin DeLoach. He'll probably call in and say something about it. Maybe not today, but if he comes on, he probably will. So, wow. And coming up a little later, a crash on the California highway causes a traffic yam. Traffic yam. You get it? I'll tell you about that. It was so sweet potato. But there, you're not familiar with the topic, the Patriot? Well, these are chemical fires happened a few weeks ago in Connors, Georgia, at the biolab. People in Connors, residents there and business owners and everyone are calling for the city to take responsibility and to be accountable for the biolab. They don't want that place back up and running in Connors. It put them in shelter in place. A lot of people had to evacuate, especially during the time we were having Hurricane Helene come through. And now this happened last night, a shelter in place from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. in the city of Deer Park as well. So, wow. The world is ending fast. Yes, it is, Toby. Yes, it is. When I saw the second one, I'm like, all right. You know, you're not going to be able to tell people not to put one and one together. That one happened in Connors, and this one happened over here. It's going to make people – it's biblical. That's right, Martin. It's biblical. Don't live next to a chem factory. Makes sense. That's right. Good morning or good afternoon to you, Crispies. How are you, brother? Hope you're doing good, Squire. We appreciate you being with us. We're going to take a break. Back in a moment. We got a lot more in store for you. Still to come, some more sports, some more news. We got H.D. Reese going to join us in the final period. She'll be with us talking about coming up this month for Warrior Defenders and Defense, because this month is we're dedicating it to women and violence that it goes against women. We'll talk more about that later on. Plus, I've got our Lot Lizard Chronicle still to come. It's going to be a fun one. Stay there. I'm all good, boss. Looking forward to the weekend. How's the show so far? So far, so good. We added a few new listeners and a few new likes. We appreciate them. Where was the first factory or the houses? The first factory was in Connors, Georgia, over a little bit way further away from me. But the smoke out of that did come to North Coweta County, which is where I'm in during that time. But didn't affect us. But smoke was all over the interstate. If you saw in Atlanta, you can check out video footage of how smoky it was when that fire happened, and it was dangerous chemicals. So, yeah, here you go. Let's take a break. Back in a moment. Big Martin, more. It was a factory. It was a biolab factory, and they told everybody to shelter in place there, the Patriot. And some people had to evacuate the houses that were around. Some factories have houses around them. So the people who were in those houses had to leave because that's how dangerous the chemical fire was, because the chemicals that were going out there were deadly. Nobody died in Connors. There was no reports of that. But this one right here, wow. Back in a moment. I think the factory was built there and houses were built around it, Patriot, for people like the way they used to do mill houses around mills, where people would have places to live so they could walk to work. No. Of course, when this facility was probably put in there, it was probably the 80s or 90s. So the homes were probably there first. But, you know, wow. Government versus doctors. Ooh. That don't happen here. The government pays the doctors in America. Yeah. Go and kill all these people off. Here's some pharmaceutical stuff. Make that stuff over there Sweetleaf's doing illegal. Don't build next to a chemical factory. That's true. Don't build next to a chemical. Well, they probably built homes there, and being that a lot of times I probably say I wouldn't want to live there, but then when they say, hey, here's a heck of a deal, a nice 3 or 4 bedroom house for something that in a better neighborhood would cost 3 times as much. So some people are like, well, I guess. And then some of those people worked at that factory that lived there too. But yeah, I agree with you on that, Patriot. It is horrifying. You're right about that. Bali. Let me get rid of this because it's not supposed to be. It's out anyway. Move this up here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. My name is Mud. What's up, Les Claypool? How you doing, brother? Rebuild the biolabs back in Ukraine. There you go, Martin. What a genius idea, brother. You're going to be in charge of that when I become president.
Services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowetaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Great. I'm doing well, brother. I appreciate that. Ooh, it's got pink labels on them. Whoa. That is a great song, isn't it, Randall? My name is Mud is not letting us know this. Really, Les Claypool watching. He don't want everybody to know, probably. He's like, yeah, I got to check out this little fella. Winona had a big brown beaver. See, Randall, I love some Primus. Especially when Les Claypool showed up to try out for Metallica back in the day and go, you guys want to play some Isley Brothers?
You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Newnan, Georgia.
Hey, ABC. 1, 2, 3. What's up, brother? How you doing? I want the Apple's picture. You want the Apple picture? Okay. $350 million, Toby. You guys can't bid on them. They're all for sale. All these pictures are for sale in here. All but the WQEE picture. Guar is coming to concert. Yeah, I saw that. I got some buddies who know them. All these underground, since I played in the Green Yellow Band, I know all these underground band guys. How much is the Apple pick? $20, really. It's just $20.
This is SRN Sports. Staying with baseball for the second straight game.
I won the $8 million. No worry. Oh, okay. Well, if you won $8 million instead of $20, I'll give me $2 million for it. I'm just thinking. Donate $2 million to the show. That's it. Get this thing going. Get this so we can buy some new equipment for the RyanORadio. Oh. Is the auction supposed to be taxed? Not mine. If we tax it, then I'm gonna have to charge $25, and then I'm gonna have to all proceeds going to you. There you go, Toby. There you go. We're just selling it outright for $20.
WZZV 100.3 FM, plug range WVEQ 98.7 FM, Lynette WZEV 90.5 FM, Lineville, Jordan Communication Station.
Support for NPR following message.
I'm already sharing half of my money with YouTube that comes in on YouTube. So
Business buying solutions so you can spend more
WKRP, station like WKRP.
Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Stations, all stations are going to be like that pretty soon. Newsman in the morning.
Path of destruction from the Gulf Coast to the Atlantic.
For those of you who don't, it hadn't been on in a while, pretty soon, very, very soon, this show, that's why we changed the feed to RyanORadio, our Penitentiary, and all those radio stations that are listed in there. I'm going to be on I'm already on 2 of those radio stations. The other 2 are adding by the end of this month. And I'm just going ahead and promoting them with them. But we got a couple more new affiliates. There you go. My name is Mud. YouTube should be sharing their money with you. Thank you. My name is Mud. Randall, don't keep dropping it. You know you could leave your stuff in there, brother Randall.
This time than we were last time.
Just 2 weeks ago, Hurricane Helene caused flooding and major damage in Sarasota.
You're one of the few people that know all of underground bands.
Streetlights remain out in many parts of the city.
Way too much tax for capitalist society, I think. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, Florida don't have any tax, state tax. Nevada don't either. That's one thing I didn't like about having to move back to Georgia was state tax. Like Jack Gummit. Oh. H.D. Reese coming into the station, or is she going to call in? Do you know? Dadgummit. Yeah, income tax. Everybody. Yeah. Look, that's one thing everybody should agree on. Whether you're on the left, the right, the middle, or don't care. We think that the IRS should be shut down. No money going to them. That's what everybody should want. Everybody. You're getting big for your pants. Voice text don't know how to spell Southern country word for pants. Not sure? Okay. Don't live in Washington State. Don't live in Washington State. State taxes on Jameson. It's called a sin tax. What? Well, if it is, I'm gonna run down and unlock the door right quick in case she comes in. She don't have a key. She does. I do need to get her one though. She's a trusted person.
Hydrogen sulfide began leaking from the Pemex plant during the late afternoon. Hydrogen sulfide is a colorless and potentially toxic gas. The city's mayor says officials will continue monitoring air quality. The cause of the leak is not yet known. A comet discovered last year will be visible across the skies of North America beginning this weekend. NPR's Shondelise Duster says the comet will come close to Earth for the first time tomorrow.
NASA's Meteoroid Environment Office lead Bill Cook says the comet will appear low on the western horizon nearly 45 minutes after sunset. It will be higher in the sky each night as it moves away from the sun. This will cause the comet to look dimmer and harder to see with the naked eye. It can be seen without special equipment, but Cook says one will have a better view with binoculars. Once the comet fades at the end of the month, it will only be seen with a professional telescope. The comet will not pass Earth again for 80 years.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Shondelise Duster, NPR News.
Stocks on Wall Street closed lower yesterday following Wednesday.
All right, I got it unlocked, buddy, for her to come in.
Right now, Dow futures are down 42 points. I'm Dave Mattingly, NPR News in Washington.
Time for the active weather forecast for East Alabama, West Georgia, brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't give those weather scores and things at all. Michael the Crew getting exterminated, land us smackdown.
Get it all up. Likes, and more likes. Likes, and more likes.
Winds light and variable, good. High school football weather. Going into your Saturday, mainly sunny, a little warmer.
Likes, and more likes.
Light and variable. It's going to be near 49 on Saturday night with clear skies and light and variable winds. Sunny skies for your Sunday. Very warm.
Oh, all right.
Wind southwest around 5 to 10 miles an hour.
Okay, that's the ones I'm on. 12 confirmed dead, millions without power in Florida.
That's your active weather forecast for East Alabama, West Georgia weather, brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael the Crew can exterminate and lay this smack down for you. 34 Jefferson Street here in the metro Atlanta area of Newton.
Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. We're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank.
I think we need to have Minuteman Mountain run the country. That's it. We need to get those people. I was enjoying all the people over there this morning. I was like, hey, let's run the country together. Forget the Dems and the Republicans. Let's just make a third party, the MM party. And you'd be part of it, Martin. Think about it. MM party. It seemed like I enjoyed all that this morning with I got there the last few minutes. You'd be his advisor. There you go. It'd be the MM party. We'd be happy. There'd be no IRS. Liberty, God, guns, and guts. Be no IRS. I got it from the Leaf and Bean was putting their little name on here, but no, it's a local coffee shop. Senior advisor. That's right. I get it. Jameson all around. We're already going to turn the Lincoln Room in for our tokers to have something. Support local businesses. Amen, brother. There you go. Thank you. Definitely support local businesses. I do. They need to support me too. I'm a local business.
I'm a counselor that works here in the metro area.
Randall! Damn it. Dadgummit. Dadgummit sounds like something your kids say to you at the dinner table when you forget your teeth. Dadgummit, Randall. What are you doing over there, boy? What? You mean you back talk to teacher today? Hey, if Martin said it, It's all good. He's the elder statesman. All right, we're getting ready to come on. Ooh, some more Atlanta news. We'd have so much fun. So much fun. Now, YouTube, I'm not encouraging anything, so don't. That's my favorite character voice. Oh, the one I just did. Yeah, Gummick. Yeah, Gummick. Yeah, Gummick, kids. Get off my lawn. Yeah, Gummick. Cowboys versus Lions leaderboard. Yep, they are. Here we go. Woohoo! Let's do it. Yes, let's have some quiet on the set now. We got to get this thing kicked off. It's time to film. No, like not that kind of film. Leave that. Yes, we are awesome. Welcome into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Guys are in lockdown with us this morning. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and goody good night. Welcome in 78,000 plus of you on the worldwide web of Shoutcast, Shout It Out Loud, across the RyanORadio media page, 22 to 23 different streaming platforms that include iHeartRadio and Amazon Prime. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, a feed that was set up from one of our feeds for a group of friends in Canada. Good morning to them. And we're also across Earth, Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, the Navajo Nation, 25 real and internet radio stations out there, and 4 additional radio stations on the Jordan Communication platform. That's right, WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, your home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and real news. Also the RyanORadio Penitentiary. RyanORadio Penitentiary is on WZZV, or WZEV, I should say, Gold 90.5 FM, the gold standard of classic hits in Lineville, Alabama. We're on WZZV Victory 100.3 FM, Victory, and you know who, Jesus, bringing you that in LaGrange, Georgia, and Sunny 98.7 FM, WVEQ, today's hits, yesterday's favorites. Wow, trying to get all that in here. All right, let's come on back. Let's come on back here. Let's pull it on back and get into the RyanORadio Penitentiary for period number 2. Got a lot to talk about. And we still got to come this morning. H.D. Reese joins us in the final period. We'll have our Loch Lizard Chronicles coming up. And we're also going to give you, in the silence, learn more and find support. We'll give you the national crisis, 24/7 crisis text and hotline for you. That's coming up. But a couple of things I just want to do, newsworthy notes right quick here. Just want to tell you that the 2024 Blackwell Prize in Painting Charlie Palmer exhibits are on display now through the 25th at the Wadsworth Auditorium here in Noonan, 2 to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Friday here at Noonan at the Vault Gallery, Wadsworth Auditorium. Very cool. This guy is an Atlanta-based artist, and art should change the temperature in the room, he says. He's a Blackwell Prize winner, and his art is on display here in the Metro Atlanta area of Noonan. Also, guys, want to tell you that Shane Young is coming back December 23rd through the 27th at the Atlanta Symphony Hall and the Cobb Energy Performance Center, January 31st through February 2nd. They're going to be with us. We'll have tickets to give away, and they're going to be a part of the station. We got to say hello to Joan over there with China Before Communism. Very good little show. Also, ladies and gentlemen, over at the children's programs at the Noonan Carnegie Library, Well, what is today? The 11th. Nothing's going on today. So, nothing going on today. So that's it. That's all I got to say. That's just a few little things I wanted to put in there. All right, let's jump into it. There we go, drop into it. That's the way it usually goes. Sometimes, brother. But you'll be good, all right, Patriot. We'll pray over that. It's okay. We're just all normal people. They didn't take all our tax money. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not. All right, let's see. I think I got all the headline news you need to get out. We're going to go ahead and do it right quick. Some of the headlines. The second gentleman, Douglas Emhoff, is that how you say his name? Delivered some comments at a campaign rally for the vice president in Atlanta. He supposedly was in Noonan yesterday somewhere, and he's kicking off the Pride thing this weekend in Atlanta. Henry County government in Georgia said that the ballot issues are affecting 4 precincts in Locust Grove. Those are on the WQEQ site. Also, Georgia University has asked the NCAA to ban transgender women from sports. And we told you Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall dipped into his campaign funds to put up a billboard on I-65 in Birmingham, Alabama that says "Stand with Israel," with a flag waving in the wind. Get that 5 times fast, Ryan, but that's good. We'll talk about a California highway all yammed up in a moment. Oh, let's go ahead and do into it. October 11th news here. The mayor of New Jersey's gambling destination of Atlantic City and his wife pleaded guilty on charges of second-degree endangering the welfare of a child. The pair, the Atlantic City mayor Martin Small Jr. and his wife Laquita Small, were indicted by a grand jury in September and accused for physical assault of their daughter, who's between the ages of 15 and 16. Also, they whooped their daughter and got in trouble. Marty Small Sr. also faces charges of making terroristic threats and aggravated assault, while his wife, the superintendent of the Atlantic City Public Schools, that's up, New Jersey somewhere, faces additional 3 counts of disorderly person simple assault. They entered into non-guilty pleas Thursday at the Atlantic County Superior Court. Wow. I want to talk about this for a minute. This seems like something important. H.G. Reese must be sleeping still. She's taking a nap. Well, she got to be here by 9 o'clock. So if not, it's all in the game. All right, anyway, got to talk about this a little bit. Were they really abusing their child? Now, some of the other charges I say that disorderly conduct, disorderly personal simple assault, terroristic threats. What kind of terroristic threats would he be making against his own daughter? I'm gonna kick you out of the country. Remember Ralph from the Honeymooners? They'd probably charge him for terroristic threats. To the moon, Alice, to the moon. And they'll be like, you're going to prison for terroristic threats saying you're going to knock your wife to the moon. And Alice be like, try it. Remember, he used to say knock her to the moon, but she'd say, try it, Ralph. Everybody like, remember that show? Wasn't he abusive? No. Because Alice will let him know, you put your hands on me, I'm going to put my hands on you. Good morning, H.D. Reese. How you doing? But I just want to know more about this Atlantic City mayor and his wife being charged with abuse of their 15 or 16-year-old daughter and terrorist threats. Who was he? What kind of threats was he making? I want to know. It does sound crazy, Pamela. I just want to know more about this. They didn't really deep dive into it. According to a statement, though, they said, according to attorneys, they said there's something no other mom and dad has ever made to suffer. But those other mom and dads don't have public profiles like Marty and Laquita, says their attorney. And that's to the NewJersey.com report. Both lawyers argued the issue was a private matter and their clients will be acquitted. Well, that's good. Prosecutors accused both the mayor and his wife of beating their child. He was elected mayor of Atlantic City in October of 2009. Wow, man, wow. Bit crazy, Pamela, it is. When you can't get on to your kids anymore. You just can't get on to your kids anymore. So I really want to know, did she just get mad because she couldn't run around and do something she wasn't supposed to do? And they're like, hey, I'm the mayor and your mom's this and we're these important people and you just can't go out and be a teenager hanging out with your friends while they're getting drunk and doing something wrong? Could that have been? It was a private matter. I mean, this becoming a national story is kind of unique. I got to be on the parents' side for right now. Yes, I do have some kids and stepkids. Yes, I got stepkids and then grandkids. Yes. I don't believe in, I don't hit. I never hit in my life because I was hit, but I don't know exactly what was done here because they're saying that this is a private matter. Did it happen? Did it not happen? I'm just thinking this might have been a rebellious teenager that got mad and called like so many others have, you know. And you know me, I'm 100% behind kids and abuse of anybody, women, abusing women, kids, or whatever. Everybody knows that I defend that 110%. But in this situation, after reading this story, I'm not sure that they actually did what was said of them, because them being in the public eye, he might have, you know, got a little loud when she came in too late. You're going to embarrass me. It's going to make me lose everything. It's going to make us lose everything we got. You know, you just live in that kind of public life. They get scrutinized all the time. So, I mean, politicians don't get scrutinized, do they? Never. Do you think the kid press charges are someone else? According to the news source, let's see. Let me get back up here. It doesn't say whether she did or someone else did. So just second degree endangering the welfare of a child. So it could have been someone else that did that. It could have been her. I don't know if they physically abused her or if there was anything found on her. You know, so that is a good question there, Crispy's a very good question. It doesn't say who brought the lawsuit up against them, but they pleaded not guilty to the charges. So the parents did, you know, so it could have been the daughter, it could have been somebody, it could have been the daughter could have had an older boyfriend. We don't know actually what was going on. There's a lot of speculation. I just know in the news story, it said that she was 15 or 16, between the ages of 15 and 16, and that a second degree endangering the welfare of a child, supposedly physically assaulting her, their daughter. They were indicted on it, but they pleaded not guilty. And that's the only thing in the news story. We got to get more on this, though. Bath remodeling. Are you talking about bath fitters? So we got to make sure. I'll keep checking in that for you, Crispies, and keep you updated. I'll get some information later on, but they don't tell who initially brought the charges up against them and everything. Could have been the daughter. You never know. Wow. Just never know. I tell you what, there was a traffic yam. What can I say, says Polly. There was a traffic yam in California on a California highway. Now, I know this wouldn't happen in the South. This would have been cleaned up long before the time, hours. But a crash on the California highway caused hours long traffic yam when one of the vehicles lost control and crashed, and a load of sweet potatoes fell all over the roadway. California Highway Patrol posted on their social media, traffic resumed after the cleanup that lasted for several hours. It was a sweet potato. It was too sweet. Now, I'll tell you what, if that had been in the South, that thing would have been cleaned up in about 30 minutes to an hour. Everybody like, I'm going to take this over here and make some sweet potato pie. Some yams, man. Traffic yam. If the kid pressed charges, then that's a messed up situation. If someone else pressed charges, you imagine the kid would defend the parent. Surely, exactly. That would be true, Crispies. So I believe the child probably would have been the one. More than likely, it makes sense she brought it up against her because she would probably want to go out and do what typical teenagers do and being rebellious, and she was mad about it because they were like, hey, here's what's going on. Eliza from South Africa, good afternoon to you there. Hope you are doing all are doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. Everyone would be filling their trucks up in the South. That's right, Roadside Randall, getting them yams because it's getting close to Thanksgiving. They've been like, we're going to come out and help you clean up. Now, what would have happened was we would have had a bunch of our farmers like King go out there and say, we'll bring some large trucks out, and we'd had a couple of those guys come out and bring some of their staff out, and that stuff would have been loaded in 30 minutes to 45 minutes, honestly. Hour at the most. That's true. I don't know. I guess it took them being out on that highway where they were. So, which is the NFL candy yams? Candy yams. Well, it's canned yams or fresh sweet potato spilled. Fresh sweet potato spilled. If it was canned yams, no Southerner in their right mind would even take canned yams in a can. They had no way. That's blasphemy. No, it was real sweet potatoes on the truck. Thanks for asking that question, Pamela. Southern roadkill, sweet potatoes. Oh, yep. Fresh only. That's right, Toby. No candy yams, not canned. That's right. No self-respecting Southern man or Southern woman would ever take sweet potatoes out of a can unless they just don't have time to cook. Unless they're the only one cooking everything, then they're like, all right, I'm going to take them out of the can. But other than that, man, I'm making all this turkey and everything, and you're sitting over there watching football, and I'm the only one cooking in the kitchen. Okay. I'm going to take these yams out of this can. You're going to get it, Fred, for not helping. A yam is a yam of sweet potato. Yes, that's why they call it traffic yam, because you can make yams out of sweet potatoes. You cut them up and put some brown butter and brown sugar on it. That's right. You guys are not going to like it, but I'm not really a big yams fan. But still, sweet potatoes, if they're cooked right, sweet potato fries are off. I don't know why I like sweet potato fries, but not yams. It's weird. I'm weird. Sorry. Which is the NFL game of the week? 43% say the Lions and the Cowboys. The Commanders and the Ravens, that's the game of the week for me, 14%. Buccaneers and Saints, 29%. And the Colts and the Titans, that's another 14% right there. So there you go. After the break, I'm going to give you all the rundown of all that stuff. Daniel said hog jowls and collard greens and candied yams. That's yep. You're on the southern border there from Missouri for sure, Daniel. You definitely are. Blueberry pie. I love some blueberry pie and cherry pie. Woo! Patriot, you and I love pumpkin pie, but brother man Martin don't. Don't bring a pumpkin pie to it. And pumpkin pie, and you don't like sushi? What? Ryan, Or squash. Is that supposed to be squash? Right. It's like some people like ketchup but hate tomatoes. It's understandable. Oh, okay. I hear you. Sweet potatoes baked in the oven with some fresh nutmeg. Eliza knows down in South Africa. So see, she's Southern too. Just Southern Africa, buddy. Back in a moment. No squash yet. No squash, yam, or pumpkin pie. No damn way. Fried squash is all right. Fried green tomatoes. How about that? How about fried green tomatoes and fried pickles? Sweet potatoes are part of the Morning Glory family. There you go, Pamela. That's true. Homemade cornbread, yeah. I like my homemade cornbread sweet, but some people don't. They say, well, it might taste like cake like that. Yeah, but it goes good with chili. It goes good with soup. I'm going to have to make some soup. Now I want to make some soup, guys. Dadgummit. Sweet potato means red one right. I think so. Deer chili. There you go. Deer chili with some cornbread. We're already making the Patriot hungry. He already knows what he's cooking tonight. Oh, you put it on top of your cornbread. Sounds good. Sweet potatoes are red. You cut them up. You peel the peeling off, and they're kind of a brownish, dark brownish orange color. You can cut them up and determines how where you get them from. So, yeah. But people love them in the South. They make pies out of them here. They make yams, and that's all in the same meal. They make sweet potato, like sweet potato mashed potatoes, sweet potato mashed potatoes. They can take a sweet potato and cook it like a baked potato. Cornbread with cinnamon, sugar, butter. Ooh, that sounds good, Pamela. Gotta try that. Ooh, yeah. Sometimes I like I guess they call it Mexican cornbread, where they put the actual corn in it and jalapenos. That's good sometimes. Now, I like that, not sweet. Oh, I don't like collards, but a lot of people here like collards in the South. They do. I don't eat collards. I got a little bit of Yankee on my dad's side. So I like the sweet tea and the sweet cornbread and the fried chicken. Fresh fried chicken and country fried steak. Everybody loves country fried steak there. Love talk. Yeah. Pumpkin or sweet potato bread? Pumpkin bread for me. Martin says neither one. That's cussing, Pete. Martin says, good, right, that I don't eat collards. That's right. I'm more of a steak and baked potato guy with millions of rolls. Bread's not good for you, but I walk it off, so it doesn't matter. You're getting the munchies now, Toby? Sweet tea means milk tea, right? No, it's just iced tea is what is normal across the country. In the South, you have two types of iced tea. You have sweet and unsweet. You take your tea and you sweeten it to where it's just so, because I had a buddy from Kansas City that played guitar that moved to the South, went to after a gig, we went to the Waffle House, he ordered a tea, and he just spit it. And we all started laughing at him. He says, this ain't tea, there's sugar in it. And we all laughed, like, welcome to the South, buddy. I said, When she asked you sweet or unsweet, you should have said unsweet. That's your tea, buddy. Tea with lemon. I love tea with lemon. So that's it. I'm explaining that to Bali, guys. I know most of you already know. You can put milk in your tea. They do it in London that way, Bali. And two cubes of sugar. Half lemonade and half sweet tea. There you go, Randall. There you go. There you go. Pamela says, I can't drink sweet tea. Well, just drink regular iced tea. I know what regular iced tea is. When I was living in Las Vegas and in Boulder City, I knew not. I take that back. There was one place out there that offered sweet tea, and I was like, wow. But I knew not to get tea at the local burger joints and stuff. Because like, hey, where's the sugar? Like, what? What you talking about, boy? We had a discussion. I was working in a place called Desert Adventures. I was the warehouse manager. We put people out on the river on the Hoover Dam. And we were working there one day, and all the kids were talking about tea, and I was telling them how to make sweet tea. And one of them was like, wow, my dad said they wanted to do that. I can only drink unsweet tea, only hot or iced. That's normal tea, but in the South, don't come here and ask for iced tea unless you want it sweet. Make sure you say, I want unsweet tea. If you're ever in a restaurant here, anybody. Welcome back in. The Arnold Palmer is good too. That's right, Matt. Welcome back in. 37 minutes past the hour. It is currently 50 degrees. Beautiful sunny skies out there. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Live after silence author H.T. Reef joins us in the final period. She's coming up next hour. We're going to talk about what's going on this month with Warrior Defenders and what this important month is all about. Chilled mint tea in the afternoons for the pick-me-up. Row Tide Randall, there you go. My blood is sweet enough, says Pamela. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it, Pamela. My blood is sweet enough, so I don't need that. There you go, girl. Snap. Remember that the Wayans guy who's coming out with his son now, Damon Wayans. Snap in circle form back in living color. There you go. That's what you snap. I'm too sweet. They were so funny. Couldn't get away with some of that comedy today, could you? We don't care for the cheaper crawly things at all. That's right. All right. Let's jump into a little bit of sports news for you. And we'll do some college roundup in the next hour. Get ready for Wrestle Dream this weekend. We'll talk about that after the next break. And we got Lot Lizard Chronicles still to come. So I tell you what, guys, Hurricane Milton ripped off the top of the Tampa Bay Rays Tropicana Field. Ex-Liverpool coach Jurgen Klopp is hired as Red Bull's head coach of soccer. Houston Texans placed NFL receiver yards leader Nico Collins on the injury reserve list this week. Also, it looks like Kirk Cousins is going to be among the top 5 must-start quarterbacks for Week 6. NBA's Daniel Green, 3-time champion, retires after 15 seasons, ladies and gentlemen. And MLB baseball continues to move on with sports there. It's Football Friday. I got to talk a little football for you. And I want to go ahead and tell you, the Point Skyhawks team is at Reinhardt, 12 noon tomorrow. Listen to the Point Skyhawks right here on Sunny 98.7 FM starting at noon tomorrow. You can check that out there. LaGrange College takes on NC Westland, 12 noon tomorrow. The Athens Rock Lobsters kick off their very first season of FBHL hockey tonight and tomorrow, 8 p.m. in Monroe Civic Center against Monroe in Louisiana. Another new team there as well. So there you go. That's some there. We'll get into some other pro. Well, hey, Cher, what's up? Welcome into the show. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night to you, sister. Cher's like, unless it's the Bears, she's not going to care about it. High school football tonight, Stars Mills, Harris County, Locust Grove and McDonald, Trinity and Troup County, Spalding, Whitewater, Sandy Creek, Fayette County, Columbus, Hardaway, Callaway, Rutland, Landmark, the War Eagles Christians on the road against Walker County. Another tough task. I know they're going to get this one. Hurd County, our featured game tonight against Darlington on the network. And that's going to be brought to you by Hometown Sports Media, starting at 5 p.m. today. Spalding against Mount Zion Carroll. Mary Persons will take on LaGrange College, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not LaGrange College. LaGrange Grangers tonight. Griffin and North Side of Columbus. Valley and Alabama takes on Elmore County. Springwood and Meadowview Christian. Lynette on the road against Central of Coosa County. Hanley and Tallahassee. Woodland and Winterberry. Wadley and Lee Scott Academy tonight. Randolph County is taking on Comer, and Lafayette Christian School is off. So, and Marietta takes on North Cobb. That's some of your high school games, guys. Some of you know them, some of you don't. So there you go. NCAA action for the weekend. Clemson takes on Wake Forest tomorrow at noon. South Carolina and Alabama. Will Alabama come back after that loss last week against Vandy? I know that Gail is like, no, they won't. She's a Vandy fan. But Rotai Randall says, hey, that was just a bump in the road. Alabama tomorrow at noon playing host to South Carolina. Missouri, Daniel, your state taking on UMass tomorrow at the same time. California, Pittsburgh, 3:30 p.m. Texas and Oklahoma in the SEC for the first time playing each other as two SEC teams this year. That's tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Purdue and Illinois in action. Penn State should beat USC tomorrow easily. Stanford and Notre Dame, Georgia Tech is off. Also, Arizona, BYU at 4 p.m. 4:15, you've got Mississippi State taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. Florida and Tennessee at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Ohio State against Oregon at 7:30. Also, Ole Miss and LSU same time. Iowa State taking on West Virginia. Go Iowa State. That's for you, Sheriff. Kansas State taking on Colorado tomorrow at 10:15. And Boise State at Hawaii. And Auburn's not going to lose this weekend because we're not playing. War Blank Eagle. Great hand sanitizer. What are you talking about? Fresh with some limestone water. Great hand sanitizer. Oh. I found out that Rod Stewart has his own brand of whiskey yesterday. Pete. Really? Rod Stewart's got his own brand of whiskey. Rod Stewart's like, I'm going to go ahead and miss up all these other people. It's your granddaughter's birthday today. She turns 24. Happy birthday to Hannah. Turning 24. It's your birthday, Hannah. It's your birthday, Hannah. Happy birthday, Hannah. Turning 24 today, young lady. Enjoy your day. And make sure grandma buys you everything you want. You taking her out to dinner or you just have to send her a present, Cher? Matt says, our daily devotion brought to you by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the metro Atlanta area, Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, gooey things at all. Michael the Crew can exterminate and latest. Nope, that's wrong. It's not 17 First Avenue. Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the metro Atlanta area of Noonan. Every Sunday morning, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and 10:30 service at 6:30 p.m. I was going to tell you they're going to chase the pest. We do chase pests off at Noonan City Church. We chase the devil. We stomp the devil down. Almost had you stomping the devil down there, Pastor Ellison. We do that, don't we? Anyway, join us on Sunday mornings. Sorry about that. All right, Matt, he put it in here for me. I'm going to read it. Matt says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. In a statement made by Jesus in the Bible, John 14:6. There you go. Oh. All right. Before we take a break, the 49ers did beat the Seahawks last night. That was a pretty good game. Where is that score I had here? It was 36-24 last night, and of course, both Richard and I guessed the 49ers to win. Games going on this weekend, the Bucs and the Saints. Both of us are choosing the Bucs in that game, Richard and myself. Commanders and Ravens. I'm going with the Commanders. He's going with the Ravens. This should be the Sunday night game of the week. It's in the midday, really? The Cardinals and the Packers. We both picked the Packers. The Colts and the Titans. We both picked the Titans. The Texans and the Patriots. We both picked the Texans. The Eagles and the Browns. No doubt the Eagles are going to win that one. Both picked them. The Chargers and the Broncos. I'm going with the Broncos. He's taking the Chargers. The Steelers and the Raiders. We both picked the Steelers. The Falcons and the Panthers. We both picked the Falcons this week with Kirk Cousins. Way to go, buddy. Way till he chokes. We don't want him to choke, Jim H said. Jaguars and Bears. The Bears we're both picking. Lions and Cowboys. He's got the Cowboys. I got the Lions. That's the 48% of the top game in our poll this morning that everybody says is the game of the week. I'm going Lions. He's going Cowboys. Bengals, Giants. We both picked the Bengals. Bills, Jets. We both picked the Bills. In overtime, we're in the CFL this weekend. The Argos and the Blue Bombers. I got the Blue Bombers. He's got the Blue Bombers. The Elks and the Stampeders. I got the Elks. He's got the Stampeders. The BC Lions and the Rough Riders. We're both staying with the BC Lions. And the Red Blacks in Montreal. I got Montreal. He's got the Red Blacks. We'll tell you on Tuesday when he calls in, our sports analyst. So there you go. All right, we're going to take a break, and I'm going to preview this weekend's AEW Dynamite right quick. Won't be much. Funk is on the road. Oh, you better call my mama. Call your mama, your papa, your daddy, your papa who's a Rolling Stone, your Uncle Leroy, your brother, your sister, because it's about to get funky up in here like a monkey, and I don't mean like when you take your shoes off. I mean like funky like a monkey, like Dusty Rhodes to say, baby. There you go. Stay tuned. Back in a moment. Damn it. You're going to a chili feeding comedy show tomorrow. All right. Dancing to the music. Got to have a good time. Well, that sounds like fun, Cher. I know you're sending your granddaughter a great gift, too. Crispy says, who's going to win out of the Jags and the Bears? We're saying the Bears. Both of us are saying that. I know that's going to be in London. And all these sports analysts that don't know anything about the Khan family that own the Jaguars, they own a soccer team in London, and they own AEW Wrestling, and that's why AEW's been doing a couple of big pay-per-views a year at that big stadium over there in London, because Tony Khan's family owns a soccer team, American football team, and AEW Wrestling. So that's why the Jags are playing over there a lot, or at least one game a year. Have you heard of the Westman Louise? No, I have not playing for the – oh, yeah. Wait a minute, yeah, I've heard of – yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Yes, Crispies. Took me a minute. I thought you were saying a team, but now I know who you're saying, playing for the Jags. Yep, I've seen that. The Bears. Tell them, Cher. The Bears. The Bears. I'm so glad that NFL can go to London and Mexico and places like that and play football games. Oh, we got the Ellsbury one. He's not that regular. Oh, he's not that regular? You got to be regular. If you're not regular, it hurts.
Catch your breath, buddy.
Fantastic. Oh, Northern Lights last night. Amazing. Yes, they were. Those that got to see them, it was. For guests, I'll keep a bottle. Oh, okay. Well, Randall's about to come hang out with you. You know, I don't drink. All right, let's see. Randall said, he said, Randall, I don't get company, so I'll bogart it. You're that selfish, Martin. You won't help. We're too far south to see them cry, laugh out loud. I know, right? We can't see the northern light. We see the southern lights. Are you all you people around the country ready for old Santa Claus to come visit you? He better not come to the south. Who's that big old guy with the big old heavy set guy trying to come in here? We don't let Santa come to our house. Oh, I got to talk to him later on. I just thought about that. Good morning. Sober since 7/3/98, just for guests. Awesome, Road Tide Randall. I appreciate you being sober since then, brother. Thank you for being with us. All right. The Lightning and the Hurricanes tonight at 7 p.m. The Blackhawks and the Jets, the Flyers and the Canucks, and the Blues take on the Golden Knights tonight at 10 p.m. AEW Rampage at 10 p.m. A lead-in show for tomorrow night's AEW Wrestle Dream. We'll talk about that. And SmackDown 8 on USA, 8 to 10 p.m. All right, let me go ahead before we got Lizard Chronicles coming up next hour and SEC report. But first, I want to go ahead and give you the Wrestle Dream. It's coming up. It's supposed to be this Saturday. And 6:30 p.m. pre-show. Jeff Jarrett, Renee, and some other guy, RJ Deal or something. Renee Paquette are going to be hosting it. Here's going to be the kickoff. The pre-show is going to have the Ring of Honor Television Championship. I don't even know why it's on, why they got this title. Atlantis Jr. defends the title against Brian Cage. First match on the pay-per-view will be the Ring of Honor World Championship as Mark Briscoe defends against Chris Jericho with his crew, the Learning Tree. Darby Allin takes on Brody King. Thank God Orange Cassidy's not on this thing this year. AEW TNT match as Jumpin' Jack Perry, I'm going to call him that, defends against Shibata. Shibata beat him. Show him how to wrestle, buddy. You're from Japan. Three-way match for the AEW International Championship. We'll have Will Ospreay, the champion, defend against Ricochet. Those two guys have put on a hell of a match if they just let them take it on. And Tashiki as well. This is going to be one match. All right, AEW tag team match. It should be in the pre-show. Young Bucks and Private Party as Young Bucks defend against them. That's just a go-home match. AEW women's match, Maria May, the champion, defends against Willow Nightingale. Hangman Adam Page and Dre White. Why? MXM Collection. You know these guys, they were the two models on WWE with when LA Knight had when he was playing model manager or whatever. Those two guys will take on the Acclaim. Why ain't the Acclaim getting tag team title match? MXM should just beat Private Party. It'd be great. 2 out of 3 falls for Hologram taking on the Beast Morris. I don't know who those are. AEW World Title match. Bryan Danielson defends against his friend John Moxley. That is Daniel Bryan against Dean Ambrose. So there you go. That's what's going on. If I've got time, I'll check it out. If I don't, that's something else better to do, like, wash my clothes. I probably won't check it out. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. Stay with us. More on the way. We got Lizard Chronicles still to come, and our good friend HT Reese joins us here. Oh, man, do you know the hockey club out of Utah is already 2-0 on the season, guys? 5-4. They defeat 5-4 last night against the Islanders. They don't even have a good name, and they're already whooping everybody. The Utah Hockey Club, whoop it, is going to go to the championship this year. What happens in their first season they go to the championship? That'd be good. Then Atlanta may can get a team. What's up, BK on the air? What's up, my brother from another radio mother? Up there in North Georgia area. What's up, BK? I saw you went to the beach, had a good time and all that good stuff. BK on the air, you know what BK does? He tells you everything you need to know about movies, shows, old radio shows, old movies up to what's out today. He talks about Marvel and DC and he talks about MASH and Hogan's Heroes and talks about old TV shows and radio shows and what's coming out now. If you need to know what you need to watch, it's BK on the air. He knows what he's talking about. What's up, Barry, my brother? Go like, subscribe, and follow my brother. He was part of the station for a little bit. He will be back with us one day, especially since we're going to be on all this station. Since this show's on all stations now, we will be getting you back. Hot Giles and collard greens and hot water cornbread, says Daniel. Looks like he's ready to eat. There you go. Which is the NFL game of the week? Lions and Cowboys are in the lead at 48%. 28% the Bucks and the Saints next. And then the Commanders and the Ravens and the Colts and the Titans are 12%. I tell you, really, the Commanders and the Ravens are going to put on one heck of a clinic this weekend in the NFL. So, you know, my Falcons should just go ahead and lay the smackdown on the Panthers. And speaking of the Panthers, former quarterback Cam Newton, who lives in my area, right around the corner from me, guys, is going to be Cam Newton is set to appear on First Take on ESPN as a regular sports analyst. Congratulations to Cam Newton. His parents' church is seated on Temple Avenue here in the Metro Atlanta area in Newton, where I live. Oh, he's here, Captain Hot Buns. We don't want to break with tradition. Now you got to holler it, Captain Hot Buns. Always got to do it, brother. Always got to do it. Always got to do it. All right, let's see here. We're taking a break. Back in a moment.
At least 14 people are dead.
Cornbread junk. Commercial junk. Yeah, that pays the bills. I'm trying to get I sent out to 2 big accounts yesterday to be on the show and sponsor the show and the feed. Hopefully they'll come on. One responded and said, here, send your information to this to be a partner.
City manager Bill McDaniel says the community suffered serious flooding as well.
Hello?
Good morning, Ryan.
Hey, I thought you were coming in.
That was the plan.
Uh-oh. What happened? Did Pete make another great breakfast and you couldn't leave the house?
Yeah, well, I've been with Whitaker this morning.
Oh, okay. I understand. I'm sorry I missed last night. How did it go?
It was good. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of good questions from the audience. And the panel, it was a woman-empowered panel, so we had to between ourselves along with everybody else.
Well, that's good.
So we had a lady there who had a book that's Hallmark mixed with your cooking channel.
Oh, okay. I like that.
And then a lady that's been writing for a while, and she has an extensive writing background in business and writing different types of books. And so we learned a lot from that too.
So are you going to get any of these people on your show? You going to bring them on your show?
I'm going to try, yeah, because they've all got like amazing stories to tell about their past. And I learned something new about everybody last night.
There you go. There you go. Who is this? Oh, Peachtree City. All right, let's see here. Well, let's make sure this is the right one. No, that's not the right one. There's the right one. There we go. Domestic Violence Awareness Month, guys. H.T. Reese is going to tell you how to protect yourself and how women are going to kick butt.
Don't mess with any women. You don't know who's trained with me.
Don't mess with any women at all whatsoever, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think H.T. Reese has trained every woman, so that's all you better do. I heard through the grapevine that somebody said that. Which one's trained with her? Like, really?
Right, I was shocked.
I'm just going to tell you right now, guys, anybody that asks that question, they better watch out because half the women did train with H.T. Reese, but the other half have guns. So that's not the right idea to say, which one, Jer? Which one's trained with her?
Especially in the South.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, the other thing is, in the South, you have guns and pit bulls.
Exactly. A pit bull is nice. A pit bull is nice till you make it mad.
They'll protect their people.
That's right.
I call them wash and wears.
Wash and wears what?
Pit bulls are wash and wears. Easy maintenance. Wash them and they go if they dry. No grooming required. Easy dogs.
That's it. Matt, we'll see you, brother. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Matt. And Matt, by the way, thank you for yesterday, brother, his donation. We'll appreciate you sending over to the RyanORadio Penitentiary Fund. That keeps my family off my back.
There is a lot coming up, though.
Oh, I know.
Sure. Donations do help.
It does. Helping out does. Helps me pay my bills, especially if somebody decides to come off. I'm just kidding. Or don't.
I think that we should just do wages are now donations now because they don't cover bills.
That's it. I know. And if you rule 9, if you are all, oh yes, Pamela, I know NCIS fans, yes, probably know about a few know Rule 9. A few women know Rule 9. Oh.
Did you say NCIS?
Yep. She said if you all are NCIS fans, a few know Rule 9.
I'm not an NCIS fan.
What's wrong with you? I'm not a fan of anything.
I've never watched that. I'm an SVU fan, but I'm not an NCIS fan.
It's another one of those cop shows.
I think it just came out, started at the wrong year, and if I don't watch something from the beginning, I don't get into it.
Well, they're going to origins now. They're going back to the original characters, how he started in the business.
Now that sounds interesting.
You know what's really funny though is that new Matlock out with Kathy Bates. I didn't think I was going to like it. I saw the first episode, and spoiler alert, Matlock ain't really her name. You'll find out. But you got to watch the first episode. The second episode's coming out next Thursday. I watched that first episode. We watched that first episode, and I was sitting there thinking, okay, I don't like when they remake all these shows. Okay, She said yes, like the old TV show. Yep. They kept referring to the old TV show and everything. But it at the end, it explained at the very end of that episode. And I was like, okay, I'm okay with this. I can watch this.
I think at the writers group, we were talking about TV shows versus like books and novels and
After Squad.
the arts that go into them. And the interview with
I was the
vampire
Mod Squad and
came
all
up
went
with a new
downhill.
version, and I was like, I tried to watch it. They said watch it again. I'm like, okay, I'll try to watch it again. The new version that was on AMC. So I can't get into it from the old version.
Spin-off of Jag. Mm-hmm.
Some remakes to me just don't work.
Well, I can definitely, anytime I want to watch something, there's a few shows I watch that I know a lot of people don't really watch all that much. And it's like that Ghost on CBS. It's not really scary. It's a comedy, but it's funny. And then you get the origins behind all the deaths of these people. And it's just, yeah, it's just good. And then the young Shelton spinoff of his big brother and Big Brother's wife going to have their own series.
Wow.
Yeah, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is what it's called. So Big Bang Theory started off, and they had a spinoff for young Shelton who went on for 7, 8 seasons, something like that. I don't remember. And then now they got a new show. Oh, not the Mod Squad, the M Squad with Lee Marvin. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now, Randall. I'm ready for that one to show up too. All right. We're going to get ready to go on, do your thing, and then, guys, we got a lot of Lizard Chronicles coming up. You're going to love these today. From Texas, California, and West Virginia. Also, Wayne with the SEC report. All right, we're getting ready to go on here. We got a couple of more spots and we're ready to go. Cars are the best. That's it. Never heard of that show. I got some change in my pocket going. Jing-a-ling-a-ling. Call me on the telephone and give me a ring, Captain. Not right now, though. We got a guest on.
I'm offering my services as a counselor. Contact me if you need my services at my website, www.flourish2live.org, or you can reach me at my number 470-215-0167. If you're in need of counseling services, please reach out. We can do in-person and online services are available.
Wishbone Fried
Fairy
Chicken
Lanes
is
and Galaxies.
back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson
Yeah, I got
Street,
change.
here in Newton. Same great taste.
The Captain Hunt Buns is here now.
Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m.
All right, we're getting ready to go on,
Wishbone Fried
guys.
Chicken
Here.
right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Newton. Haunted Hills Mall returns for another season of thrills and chills. Tiptoe through the cursed land.
They're coming to get you, Holly.
The
A haunted hayride in Jasper, Georgia.
Catch your breath by the campfire and indulge on
Peter want to go.
bites and refreshments while you wait. Open Fridays.
He'll just stand there laughing at everything.
September, October, and November. This fall.
Pete would just stand there laughing at everything. All these other people running scared. He'd be going, ha ha ha. You're like, this is anarchy, but not the kind. You can't hear nothing.
All sale.
No, I can't hear it very well.
Oh, well. Must be a little lower. It's a haunted hills farm, guys, in North Georgia at Jasper, Georgia. Monsters and more, and goblins and zombies. Like I said, Peter be standing there laughing with his soda in his hand. While everybody else is running from the chainsaws. All right, here we go. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Yeah, that's all I got to say to that. 78,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast, shout it out loud, across the RyanORadio media page, Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and finally, Jordan Communications and Family Radio Stations, WQEE 99.1 FM, the key home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, real news, and more. WVEQ, today's hits, yesterday's favorites, Sunny 98.7 FM, WZZV, Victory 100.3 FM, Victory in Jesus and LaGrange, and WZEV, Gold 90.5 FM, the gold standard of classic hits in Lineville. We're all on Real Radio everywhere. YouTube, like, subscribe, and share. We're everywhere you need to be. As always, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. It's the second Friday, and we're going to be bringing her in. She is the host of Empowered Strike Back every Monday at 10:30 here on the network. It's a great radio show, podcast. She's also the author of Life After Silence. Woo! Well, she was on a panel last night exposing that to everyone. And finally, she is the Warrior Defender herself. From Warrior Defenders, please welcome H.D. Reese, and she's Pete's better half.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. It's a fabulous Friday in October.
I know, right? You know, I was just sitting there playing the Haunted Hills Farms and Hayride up in Jasper, Georgia. They've got zombies. They got everything you could think of, vampires and all that good stuff. And it's on a farm, so you know it's going to be some dead farmers too, or whatever, or crazy farmers. I was sitting there thinking, no, everybody's going to get out there and get scared. I've been looking at some of the videos and stuff. And the first thing that came to mind is Pete standing there with a soda in his hand, just laughing at everybody running.
We actually, in one of my classes recently, were discussing how these movies show the people running in the wrong direction because they didn't train to know how to get away.
Right.
That guy, and I said, right, it's not in the script, honey, but there is a YouTube, on my YouTube channel at Warrior Defenders, there is How to Get Away from Michael Myers.
Yes.
So y'all can check it out because it's made for fun, but literally you have to train to get away from the bad guy, and otherwise your brain goes to, I think it's the TV commercial where they run upstairs,
yes,
where the chainsaws are, and start running to the
car.
Yeah,
that
one came up in one of the discussions.
Yeah, the insurance commercial and everything, and the killer's chasing them, and they says, should we go in the house, or should we get in that car and go, or should we go, where should we go? Well, let's go hide behind those chainsaws. And then the killer's standing behind him, shaking his head like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that time of year when people talk about that stuff and realize that, some of these scripts are just too funny and people wouldn't really do that in real life. But we do have to be prepared to get away from people in real life.
We do. Well, this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Am I correct?
Yes, this is the month for education, for the community, for domestic violence. We have to break the silence. It's one of those crimes and things that are still put up against in public. So a lot of times women still will not speak out against what they're going through at home because they feel embarrassed, or they're told that, well, you should have picked a better person, or what are we supposed to do about it? And a lot of times the community doesn't know how to respond to that. And that's why in October, there is a lot of things in October, including Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
For me, as a survivor, domestic violence awareness is so important because there's more than just stepping away. And a lot of why didn't you leave, or what's going on. There's mind games involved with these narcissists to come out and convince you that you are alone. There's nowhere else you can go. You can't do this by yourself. And the community needs to be aware that this is not something that's just, is something that you can just walk out the door. And sometimes you're not able to even walk out the door.
That's true.
I talk a lot about this in my Going Beyond Your Programming of Your Life book.
Right. Well, I tell you, it's great to bring awareness to this, HD. And I love how we are bringing that. And a lot of people out there don't know. I mean, you brought up a perfect question where people are just saying, why don't people just go? Yeah, they control these people, especially it's mostly men over women. Sometimes it's women over men, but it's mostly men over women, controlling them and abuse and all, not just physically abuse, but mental abuse. They're also just, they're controlling them, and those women don't think they can go out and do it on their own. They're like, without me, you wouldn't have a home. Without me, you don't have a roof over your head. Without me, you don't have money. You can't do anything. It's also beating down their, not only beating them physically down, but mentally down.
Yes, and it's gaslighting, and it's a circle of abuse, because it'll be, oh, they did this really bad, and you're right, it's not always physical.
Right.
But they'll go around in a circle, and it'll be so good, and then it'll be like something sets them off, and then they apologize, and then they come back. Now that circle could be 2 days. That circle could be a week. It could be a year, and it could be a few years.
Wow.
Eventually, that circle always comes back around, and that's why you can say, "Oh, it's going to be good," and then all of a sudden it's not. And that plays with your mind because you're like, "Well, you remember the good, you remember the bad," and with the classes and the people that I meet, and as an advocate and a speaker, it's really hard to get to that point where you're realizing.
Right.
And for the month of October, especially on Empower Strike Back for the show on Mondays, we'll be talking a lot about this throughout the month. And I will be out in the communities all over with fundraisers and things that we're doing around domestic violence awareness and education. And in the book Going Beyond the Programming of Your Life, it's an anthology. It's about 14 other authors in it.
Wow.
And they asked me to put my story in there.
Excellent.
And so each story is different of a woman's survival for something different. So mine is about domestic violence, and it's Be Your Own Hero. And you can look that up on Amazon.
Yep.
That is actually, along with Life After Silence, one of the most popular books right now that I have when I present my books in author presentation. Because people want to read that story.
It is. Wow.
So I was kind of shocked, but it is a beautiful cover because it has the Aurora Borealis on the cover. And that does attract attention, but the inside is powerful because you go from when they handed me the restraining order,
right,
and telling me I need to defend myself, and
right,
you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, to right, where I am today.
Oh, yes.
And the mental struggle that went through that, more than the physical, of being able to stand up for yourself. And that's what I want to encourage women to do. If they've been in this, or they know somebody that is, or they are in it right now, there is life after this. I almost go into life after silence, but that's different. But
that's
there
totally
is life after
violence
what you've been through, and you can recover.
Yep. Well, I tell you, one thing that comes to mind when you're talking about this, HD, is you actually are helping women develop skills, and it's not just skills of physically defending, but you're also doing it with mental. What are some of the ways that you do to get some woman's mental mindset to know this is not right? I can stand up for myself. What this person's saying is wrong, and this is how I defend myself.
Yeah, so it is more physical.
Mm-hmm.
It is physical in self-defense, but it is mental because you have to bring that will and your strength
right
inside back out and find yourself
Amen.
Because in all of this, they are told, this is your fault. You did this. This is why I'm doing this. And it's not. Anything that has happened to you is not your fault. And once you grasp a hold of that and realize that it's true, then inside you, you will find your hero, because you can then stand up for yourself, realize the word no, realize the I am enough, realize that I can do this without you. And all of these things that you need to say to yourself, along training to realize you can win in anything that you do, and whatever you want to accomplish, you can do.
Definitely so. Well, another question, and I know you probably have an answer to this, is the significant other in your life, the spouse in your life, the man in your life. How does they come to understand, a good man I'm talking about, that comes into your life after you've been through this? How do you adapt to them, and how do you have them understand what you went through?
That's a good question. Actually, we have a saying among women who have been through this, who have actually found the good person later, that they deserve a trophy for dealing with us, because they're trying to heal damaged goods, and it's not an easy project, and not everybody can do it.
Right.
And the man has to be understanding, and they really need to have a knowledge of PTSD and how narcissists are, so that they are not going to do anything. And we have a lot of triggers when you're recovering. You have a lot of triggers.
Yes.
So they really have to study, like, what not to do, what to do, and be good communicators. And that's the most important thing. When you have a relationship after being a survivor, you have to be with somebody who's a good communicator. And I'm going to say another thing that's on this. I don't ever recommend somebody who's coming out of a bad relationship to jump right back into another one, because you have to heal yourself first.
Amen.
And you take years sometimes, and everybody's different, but you really need to give yourself time to find who you are, because in a domestic violence relationship, you're going to lose yourself. So give yourself time to heal, find out who you are. And I love this saying because it was from Runaway Bride, I believe.
Okay.
Find out how you like your own eggs.
It was from that movie, yes.
Yeah, so just figure out who you are. I mean, I learned who I was, and if you take the time to heal yourself, then you'll have successful relationships later, and you'll find that person if you wanted to. But I wasn't sure I would ever go and find another person, so I was very attached to my animals at the time, and and it takes 18 months to know somebody for a relationship. So if you don't know somebody for 18 months, don't jump into that relationship, because you're a survivor, you have that pattern, you could find another one. Don't get back into that. Give yourself some time to heal.
There you go. Well, we know you found a good one too. Before we let you go, tell us what's coming up on October 19th in Carrollton.
Yeah, so there is a lot coming up. One of the biggest fundraisers that I love to attend is the West Georgia Domestic Violence Shelter located in Carrollton, but they cover regions around the area, including Coweta County, and they're doing a big purple ribbon event that day, so check them out at the West Georgia Domestic Violence Shelter in Carrollton. It's the Purple Ribbon Festival. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of vendors, a lot of games, lots of things for the kids to do as well. And then I'm also, for this coming Monday, I'll be in Villa Rica teaching my self-defense class up there at Welcome Home in Main Street of Villa Rica. So I love going up to Villa Rica. It's a great community. And, you know, the school up there is also purple and yellow like East Coweta.
Yes, it is.
So I will be up there for that, as well as some really fabulous guests going to be on the show for Empower Strike Back this month. And tune in to that as well for all the domestic violence awareness education that we'll be sharing, and stories from survivors that have that have grown and learned and want to share some things that they have learned over their journey as well.
There you go, guys. Tune in Monday at 10:30 a.m. and H.C. Reese will have that for you. Well, tell everybody how to follow you, all that good stuff, how we can get Life After Silence, a great read. Ooh, and all that good stuff.
So this month also we have Warrior Ribbon donations too.
Okay.
So if you wanted to donate to the shelter, you can contact me at warriordefenders.com and donate an amount of money to Warrior Ribbons. All of that money goes to the domestic violence shelter in Carrollton. And every year we do this fundraiser for them because they do need supplies and to get women and children from those families started on a new life. So follow me at warriordefenders.com on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course my YouTube channel where I share the past shows that have been on the radio show, so you can catch up with all of those as well. And when you go to warriordefenders.com, you can also see all of the books that I have under books and topics on the drop-in for Life After Silence, Going Beyond, and my children's book, Little Brown Monkey.
Yeah.
But they also have their Facebook pages. Life After Silence and Little Brown Monkey have their Facebook pages. So if you want to check out the characters in Life After Silence, definitely go to the Instagram or Facebook for Life After Silence as well. And there's always a lot going on. So
Yes.
check it out everywhere.
Well, she'll be back here Monday and more great guests on her show throughout the month of October. Make sure you tune in 10:30 a.m. this coming up Monday. Power Strikes Back with H.T. Reese, the author of Life After Silence and Little Brown Monkey. We haven't even talked about that one. I know Life After Silence is the recent one out, but we're going to have to one day take a little time just to talk about that one day because I love the premise behind that when you get a chance.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a fun conversation.
It will be. All right, guys, we'll be back in a moment.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you. All right, sounds good. We'll talk to you Monday.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Have a good weekend.
You too, the same.
Bye.
Bye. Pete's wife. 1,000 people died in crossfires. Where's that at? Oh, I know you've been listening, Gail. That's why I always throw little things out there. I know you're listening. That's why I always throw little things out, guys, because I know she's listening. Wow, I got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, let's see.
Show and the 30-minute Radio Rarities podcast can be emailed to you every Monday via digital download link that never expires. That's 24 classic radio shows per month, plus the games, celebrity interviews, music trivia, and much more. Listen to Hollywood 360 and Radio
There we go. We do the X-Files thing going into this thing. Awesome interview with H.T. Reese. Thank you.
That's Hollywood360radio.com.
Looking for the right bank to be your partner? Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. At Southern States Bank, we're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Our team is deeply rooted in the community. We take pride in providing personalized service. Come to Southern States Bank. Great service comes naturally. Business today. Check us out at SouthernStatesBank.net. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank. Authorizing under member FDIC. NMLS number 410611.
Superior Gas Inland Net is your full-service propane dealer service, residential, commercial, agricultural, and recreational propane. They have a full selection of generators, heaters, gas logs, and fireplaces. They're located at 752 North Lanier Avenue in Lynette, Alabama. Open 9 to 5 daily, and their phone number is 334-644-4306.
Oh, he finally admitted to it. Aaron Rodgers said if he played better, the coach wouldn't have got fired.
We're an independent agency with access to multiple carriers for home, auto, life, health, and commercial insurance. We're your one-stop shop for your insurance needs. www.insurewithus.com. call 770-755-7053. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Are you looking for a dog trainer with positive reinforcement to help you bond with your new furry friends, or to have customized training in your own home, or wonderful group classes? Check out Pits and Pals on their Facebook page. Rosemary has extensive certification in dog psychology, is an AKC certified evaluator, and Victoria Stillwell certified training team. Check out Pits and Pals Facebook for more information. Rosemary wants to remind you to adopt, don't shop, save a life at Coweta County Shelter today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bruce Wayne, and I'm a psychologist here in Georgia. Please join us every week, Wednesday, from 10 to 11 a.m. here at 99.1 WQEE for our show, Health, Happiness, and Harmony, show in which we talk about positive psychology.
I will do that, Gail. Whoa, let's rock out there, man. I can't believe that all of a sudden came on. All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Everybody in the feed, like, subscribe, and share. A couple of updated news stories this morning include 2.2 million are without power after Hurricane Milton hit Florida. We're still keeping them in our prayers, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, Aaron Rodgers has admitted this morning that if I'd played better, our head coach wouldn't have got fired. Escorted out of the building like he was some kind of criminal, I guess. I thought he said he wasn't. Now he's saying he is. Flip-flopping back and forth there. And McDonald's fans, get ready for the fast food giant treat next week. That's right. The classic McRib is returning. It's going to be a Halloween full of Halloween food and new foods, too. Guys, listen to this. The classic McRib is returning. In 6 weeks, some of the items are going to switch up. And once again, on October 16th. From Wednesday, fans will no longer be able to get Philly cheese stack or the chicken Big Mac. Instead, they're going to be able to get the McCrispy Deluxe joining the lineup along with the McRib. A few other Halloween specials will include their seasonal M&M McFlurries, their Galaxy Caramel McFlurry, and their Toffee Apple Pie. So there you go. Rodgers is overrated. No, I'm just kidding. Share Bear, I don't know, Sharky48 says Rodgers should get fired. McRib is overrated. Oh, is that, yeah, Sharky. Welcome back in, guys. Our poll question this morning is, which is the NFL game of the week? We always do a different one every day, depending on the day. And this is Football Friday. Which is the NFL game of the week? 44% of you say Lions versus Cowboys. % Buccaneers and Saints at 26%, and 11% for the Titans taking over the Colts. So there's a couple of newsworthy notes. As it's time for us to have a little fun now at 34 minutes past the hour. It's Friday, and you know what that means. It's that time again. It's time, once again, for Lot Lizard's Chronicles with the X-Files theme and the music. They're out there. They're out there. For all my truck drivers that are tuning in, thank you guys for sending over some of these. Goodness gracious, last couple of weeks been great. Titans, what? The Titans are going to win. They're going to win over the Colts. We pulled that one. You had everything. You heard me say it earlier. All right, you're inside the RyanORadio Penitentiary in lockdown, and it's time for us to go into Lot Lizard Chronicles. Motor, Scully, what are your reports today? They're out there. A guy by the name of Rigor Mortis. Rig R. Mortis. Big Rig Mortis. Rig R. Mortis. This is his story from Texas. He said, when I was training a few years ago, he said, I was with my trainer at what they call a Flying J in Waco, Texas. We both were sitting in front, and all of a sudden we saw someone walking walking near us and towards the truck. Then we heard a knock on the window, and my trainer, who I really didn't like him all that much, rose down the window just a crack. She asked if we needed some company and climbs up on the steps. He said, my trainer said, sure, honey. You got any friends that can't smell, that we can't smell with the windows up? She walked away. Ugh. Rigor mortis. Ugh. Lot Lizard Chronicles continue this morning. Coming from California is California Oranges. He sends this in. He said, well, I got one of those door knocks by some lot lizards 2 nights in a row. Was it the same one? He doesn't know. He said she was decent looking from behind because she was walking away when he saw her. But he said that he has standards. The third night, she comes knocking on the door. You know what California Orange does? He bears all for her to see. He opens up the curtain and he's in his buff. He's got nothing on. She then turned around and walked away. He said, I guess she has standards too. Maybe she saw something she didn't like. Maybe she's like, oh, God, that's too small. It's not going to fit. Sorry, California Orange. Sorry. Maybe she just said it wasn't going to fit. A gal with short shorts, it can be contained. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Martin said that happened to me a few times at a truck stop. From then on, just weighed in a hot fuel and left. And hot fueled and left. And our final lot lizard story this morning is coming from West Virginia. This is Pepper's neck of the woods. Probably even the Patriots' neck of the woods. This guy's name is Joey Bowman. He was outside what they call a Go Mart in Charlottesville, West Virginia, he said. Exit 95. He told exactly where it was, right off the interstate. He said he wasn't finished even parking before one ran up to him trying to knock on the door. He wasn't even finished backing up when she come running up and knocking on the door. And so he ended up missing that one. And then another time he said he took his 4-year-old daughter with him on a road trip, a day trip. And he was pulling up in a place and she had to go to the restroom. And he said he figured it'd be safe to go to one of these not rest stops, but one of these truck stops in the daytime. But he said there was like a lot full of lot lizards. There was 4 to 5 of them hanging out in the midday. His little girl asked him, what were those ladies do? What are those ladies doing here? He said he didn't know what to tell her except for they're just hanging out, honey. And they're not ladies, honey. That's what he should have said. That is our Lot Lizard Chronicles for this Friday. Not a lizard, but a gal driver handling potatoes. Always park in the sticks for sleep after that. That's why she did that, Martin. I got hit on at a Love's truck stop, said Gail. I was there with a friend getting fuel, and this whatever, kept asking me out. Lot lizard, not just for truck drivers anymore. Lot lizards, not just for truck drivers anymore. They got to make a living somehow. They're out there. Like Mulder and Scully would say, they're out there. Oh, watching wrestling. That's what Randall said. truck driver I knew a long time ago told me that lot lizards was a beautiful woman. Later, he found out that she was a beautiful man. Oh, Lord. I wonder how he found that out. The Patriots back. You just missed our lot lizard chronicles. All right, guys, stay tuned. Coming up this morning, it is a Lyrical Wisdom with Donna and Bruce at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Follow that up with Let's Suck a Divorce, as well as Focus on the Family and Hope, Healing, and Inspiration. 12 noon begins Football Friday again, because this is Football Friday on the RyanORadio Penitentiary. 12 to 2 p.m., Rod Peterson bringing you CFL and NFL for the weekend and getting ready for his Thanksgiving on Monday. Thanksgiving is in Canada on Monday next week. So we'll just tell you about that. 2 to 3 p.m. will be the Sports Beat with Richard Holdridge, bringing you high school football action and some college action for the weekend. And Braves Country Radio will bring you college football, NFL football, and talking more MLB playoffs. That's all coming up 3 to 5. And then we should take over 5 p.m. Hometown Sports Media, bringing you all the exciting action of Her County Braves sports. Kick it off with the kickoff show, Friday Night Lights kickoff show, preview show, and everything. I'll have that for you. All right. With that being said and done, it's been a heck of a week. I want to thank Pamela, and I want to thank the Patriot for yesterday's discussion and disagreement and bringing it into that, showing people that people can actually do that, even though all the other media don't believe it. I want to thank everybody. Pet Buzz comes on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. There you go, Gail. And repeats that afternoon about 5. On Saturdays, there you go. She loves the Pet Buzz because Gail and her zoo crew sit around and listen to it. I got another great show this weekend. You got to check it out. Shh, I played it yesterday too. Shh, don't tell nobody. Anyway, guys, we're getting Monday is Canadian Thanksgiving. So go find you a turkey sandwich or a open-faced turkey sandwich or something. Do whatever you want to do. Or hey, in America, you can go buy and get you some of those frozen foods, turkey dinners. I'm gonna have Thanksgiving twice this year. Come on. I got a lot of listeners from Canada. Happy Thanksgiving to all our listeners from Canada. Helen, David, Michael, Tom, and Alice up there. Monday is their Thanksgiving, so I don't even know if they're going to be on. So we're going to go ahead and say Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. So they said, thank you, Ryan. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Try to celebrate it too. Chris Pame is in Canada too. Yes, he'll be celebrating it as well on Monday. So there you go. Woo-hoo! In the stick sleeping, then there was a Bigfoot knocking on the window asking for a date. Bigfoot's like, oh. Speaking of Bigfoot, this is for you, Pete. The second season of Tulsa King features Cash Flow, the wrestler from Ohio Valley Wrestling that you like, Pete, playing a character called Bigfoot. He's the cousin of the guy that plays guitar and sings there. They own the bar, and he's brought in his muscle for Sylvester Stallone's character. Tulsa King, I've seen the 4 of the new episodes there. So there you go. And I want to go ahead and tell you this before I get out of here. Sharon, please just answer the question. Chase, arrest her. We know she killed him. Come on, if you can't read it to her looking like an idiot, come on. Young and Restless, please just arrest her and get it over with and go on to something else. I guess there's nothing else going on. And I'm Bold and the Beautiful. Hope isn't that special that Carter and Liam could fight over her. I mean, because Finn was like, I don't want you, girl. I'm married to Steffi. I don't want you. So there you go. That's your soap opera reviews, previews. And ladies and gentlemen, Matlock, starring Kathy Bates. It's not really her last name. She did take it from that TV series. You got to deep into this one. It's going to be a good mystery. It's not just a typical Matlock show da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, no. Kathy Bates is pretending to be an elderly grandmother that her husband cheated on her. She goes on to a rich man, and she's a big-time lawyer. That's all I'm going to say. You got to watch for more. So there you go. Guys, well, I guess it's that time. Let's see if I can get to that. Stay tuned for the SEC report. It's coming up for you right now, taking you up to the top of the hour and going to get you ready for the weekend. The new Matlock is good. The original was great, but the new one is nothing like the original. She took her name from the TV series because a member of her family loved that show when they were growing up. All right, guys. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. Stay tuned. Thank you, ABC, for voting for Lions and Cowboys. We'll see you guys back here on Monday. ABC, tell your friend hello from us, and you can go back and rewatch the show. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. Sports, television, movies, whatever you're going to check out this weekend, enjoy. Prayers for everyone out there for sure. All the victims, 2.2 million people without any kind of electricity in Florida. Up to 14 people have been found dead. We're going to keep them in our prayers. Enjoy yourself this weekend. I'm checking out Wrestle Kingdom, maybe. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. See you for the weekend. You have a great rest of your day, weekend, and everything too. Share. Thank you to HD Reese for being with us. Thank you. But Pete, I figured. Oh, sorry about that, Pete. I figured you'd like to hear that Cash Flow is making some money working for Sylvester Stallone as in that new TV series Tulsa King. Happy Days, those are good ones, yes. Well, all right. I'm going to get out of here because I got people coming in. Love the Lot Lizard Chronicles. Lot Lizards rule. It is a good show. We've already watched the first season and the first 4 episodes, and there might be a 5th episode coming out. Go Chiefs. The Chiefs are off this weekend. Let's go Falcons. They're going to win tomorrow. But, guys, we appreciate every one of you. And you have a great day. I'm going to go ahead and get out so I can get some things put on the Facebook page because I got a place to be here. I got a long day ahead. I can't believe Utah just named their hockey team Hockey Club. Now they're embarrassing everybody. We're the hockey club, and we're going to beat you. Go Falcons, and, oh, yeah, the Commodores. They're going to win. I think they're going to beat the Ravens. That's the game of the week. But a lot of people here are saying it's the Lions, which looks like the number 1. It's going to be a good weekend of football. Some movies coming out, shows. Titans are going to win over the Colts. I picked them. Wait till Monday. Or Tuesday when we talk about it. Boom, boom, boom. You guys, thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, and share. Tell everybody about the page. It continues to grow up. And we appreciate the Patriot and his friends. My look trying to get a lizard, I end up with a yeah, you probably would, Randall. I'm picking, brother. All right. You guys are going to keep making me laugh, and I got to go. Don't say lose Falcons. Go Red Wolves. Red Wolves are going to be our new team. Hey, if this hockey team does good, Pete, maybe they'll let us have one here. All right. Look at all that. All right. A lot of stuff sent out. Salamander. Yeah, go RyanORadio. Peace, love. Oh, I look like the sun's trying to get me. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. For Minter, I look like